So I looked up at FIFO. I'm like, what the hell, FIFO? How you do this?
Yeah, he's definitely from Cleveland.
How do you what, nigga? You've been making this list for over 2 weeks, and you didn't think to check that?
Yeah, I think it would have been better off playing Give Me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he must have won and played the Earl Sweatshirt. Now it's recording.
Now it's recording.
Now.
Hullabaloo and how do you do? Musty Prawns and Tic Tac too. You feel me? We in this bitch. You know what I mean? I'll be your co-host. Say Quan the Don, Wonton Quan, Genghis Quan, Kwanzaa Washington.
All of those.
You know what I'm saying? The overweight lover. You know what I'm saying? The obese hugger. You know what I'm saying? 2 days after the same birthday as Young Thugger.
Yep.
You feel me? I'm out here.
The piss chugger.
Whoa, ski.
What?
Whoa there.
You don't be chugging the piss? You don't do that?
I ain't never chugged no piss.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I ain't off that kind of yak. You know what I mean?
Butt smuggler.
The butt smuggler. I'm a boofer now? That's what I'm doing?
That's what I am.
I'm one of them niggas? You want some shit, Patch. That's some different shit today. But yeah, we be the Hold It Down boys, you know what I'm saying? My co-host over here, Young Disrespectful.
You know what it is. It's the Unstoppable Bloodbath. Back at it again. You already heard from my co-host, Quanto Glover himself.
Love it.
Yeah, this is a Hold Down podcast. We talk hip-hop and battle rap culture as a whole. This is our second take. I'll be clear. I forgot to press record the first time, so I fucked around.
Happens to the best of us, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the last person to judge because I definitely am king fuck up. You know what I'm saying? From time to time. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
At least we didn't go like mad long.
Nah, we ain't even getting to none of the real topics, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We
were just talking about me being a motherfucking winner, nigga.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
He is technically a winner. He won the CPU Rumble. The Legends Edition was earlier today. Quan won it. He was one of 3 winners. It was split 3 ways because they all the winners chose Triple H.
You know what I'm saying?
And Triple H did what he had to do. He did what he had to do.
I knew what to do. As soon as, like, off the top, The Rock was taken, and The Rock is my nigga. But when I couldn't choose him, I was like, all right, the only other choices are these three. Even though y'all said to advise against picking up the top tier people. Maybe in this fight, it was the only time where that didn't count. Because other times, they do be early.
Yeah.
And y'all even saying it before. I was like, yo, the top tier niggas are coming out. We told y'all not to do that. Like, for some reason, my niggas are not coming out early. I don't know what it is. I feel blessed.
So, like you said, all your niggas was in the last 20?
Yeah, all my niggas was in the last 20. I had Stone Cold, I had Undertaker, and I had Triple H, who won the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, they was making jokes, too, since it was the Triple H with the cut hair. So, it was like, nigga, that's Double H. But that shit, I was confident I was going to win. I didn't have no reason why, but I was confident I was going to win. But I was nervous in the last part because I think Triple H was like entry number, like, was it 29 to 30? He was like really late.
He was really late, yeah. He was
really late.
He was like 28.
And when I tell you, like, he was going against Ricky Steamboat.
The Dragon Ricky Steamboat.
And it was going crazy because, like they was fighting.
Yeah.
And all I know is out of nowhere, that nigga caught a freaking pedigree.
And got up like nothing happened.
Still getting up. I was like, this might not go my way, bro. I'm gonna make it all the way to the finish line just a trip.
Bro, honestly, when he got up from that pedigree and was still going like nothing happened, I was like, he might take it.
Yeah.
I was nervous for you.
I was definitely nervous, you know what I'm saying? But we came out with the victory, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the people that shared the
yeah, you won it with Daryl from Target and Debo Diosa.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. And a special shout out to we're gonna shout out to Diogen because he don't know who Billy Gunn is, aka Mr. Ass.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shout out to Public Enemy B. For one thing, just because Public Enemy B, that's a real nigga.
He is a real nigga.
He supports everything dead end, so just shout out to you.
Yeah.
And shout out to you because I remembered that I think Ricky Steamboat was one of your choices. So once again, you helping out dead end. You know what I'm saying? Once again,
Public Enemy B needed that though, because his other 2 picks was like the first 2 or 3 people. That nigga was done in like the first 10 seconds.
I felt a little bad when Granddad was saying that, like, oh, he was the only one that chose that, so he was gonna get the whole pot. Yeah. Like, because I mean, we can say how much.
Yeah.
Like, I had to share with 3 niggas, so I won $55.33.
But the pop was like 160.
Yeah, the whole was 166, and he would have won the whole thing. And I know that 166 that would have been a nice check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been a nice little something. But you know, hey, respectfully, I had to take that, son. You know what I'm saying? But you know, shout out to you though. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we can get it.
Anyway. So yeah. this is usually what we do, hip hop shenanigans, and then after that we get into our battle review, and then we do artist of the week, and then we call it a show. But this week in hip hop shenanigans, which one is we going to start with?
We're gonna start with one thing. We're gonna start with the HID Boyz being in HD, and also what's still going on is the T-Pain campaign.
Yeah,
it ain't stopped. It ain't never gonna stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I mean, one day it's gonna stop
eventually,
but right now it ain't stopping.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? We got some things coming. We ain't gonna speak on it too much until the product's already out there. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes niggas procrastinate.
True.
Me. You know, sometimes things get pushed back, and then you know when Bloodbath puts dates out there, and we may not fulfill them, he looks like a liar, or a clout chaser or something. So we just gonna wait until the product is like done, or at least on the verge of getting done, and then we're gonna really tell y'all what's going on out here. You know, exactly. But we got some big things planned. T-Pain campaign still in effect. He's still the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Check out his new single featuring Kehlani. Do it. It's still fire. That's not the name of the song. I forget the name of the song, but it's fire. You know what I'm saying? It's T-Pain. You know what I'm saying? He's on kind of commercials. Yeah. Moe's commercials. I think I saw him in a Taco Bell commercial.
Dang. He really likes Mexican food.
He's out here doing this damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Still now. You know what I'm saying? Doing features with niggas. I'm hearing new songs and shit. I'm sure there's an album on the way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? He got a lot of stuff coming up. Speaking of albums on the way, albums they're finally on the way. Aaliyah's music is finally uploaded to streaming platforms.
Happy for this. Happy her, you know, well, not posthumous album, but post death, she can, you know, make some money off of this stuff. Maybe it's going to her family. I don't know what her estate is like. But
from what niggas be saying, that's like all in her. Something about her uncle controls all of this stuff. That's what niggas be saying. But I don't know. Niggas been saying like her uncle didn't want this shit to be released or something. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't keep up with her career enough to know the details of that.
I'm glad it's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely classic stuff. You know, she's one of the people that kind of has played a role in crafting the sound of R&B today. You know what I'm saying? She influenced the person that influenced the person that influenced the person that your favorite artist is trying to sound like, or you know, is emulating sometimes. So, you know, yeah. Blessings to baby girl. That's what they call her. I never knew that was a nickname until after she died.
I don't know. I don't know that person.
Side note that I'm only going to mention because we're talking about Aaliyah. What do we feel about the people that was around her that let her marry R. Kelly when she was 15?
They weirdos.
Cool. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
I just be thinking shit like that. Like, with all that R. Kelly shit, niggas be like, yo, I was like, okay, because I'll be the one to point the finger at myself. Because we all as a world were still listening. Like, I like Chocolate Factory. That was a good album. It definitely came out after he pissed on a girl, and not a woman, a girl, 14-year-old girl. It was already out there, video and everything.
True.
Didn't go to jail for it, but it happened. I don't even know how that shit happens, but you know, I guess you could say the same thing with Rodney King and him getting his ass beat. But you know, whatever, right? So okay, we'll just omit all that, right? But I still just don't know what era, where was it ever cool, where like he clearly was 27. I remember seeing it somewhere. He was 27 and she was 15, and he was trying to marry her. And I'm like, where were the adults in that situation? That's all I want to know.
Every R. Kelly situation always leads to where were the adults, and it's always they weren't around, so it's always weird. So it's the same with all of them. So I was just like, look, bro, that nigga move how he move. It ain't never gonna be right.
Seems like You're Ready hits such a different way now. Not saying I've listened to it. I'm just saying I heard somebody talk about it, and just thinking about it, it's you know, reason I can't listen to him now because now I don't know what the intentions were behind the songs no more.
Yeah. I don't listen to that nigga's music no more.
Yeah. So basically, if you're not understanding what the gist of this conversation is, it's peace and love to Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Glad to see you on streaming platforms, and fuck R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's a great message to me. And then next is some news that we're still trying to process. Kendrick made a statement. He released a statement recently in promotion for his new album, but he said this is his last album with TDE. We don't know what he's moving on to or where or what. We just know he's doing an album. He's coming out soon, and it's the last one with TDE. It doesn't sound like he's leaving Top Dog angrily or like he being forced out. It sounds like he just made the decision to do something else.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, this is a little concerning considering that like they definitely came up together. It wasn't like respectfully, it wasn't like an MMG type situation where niggas had their own solo shit and then just got like bunched up with niggas. Like they were still in the streets trying to make this shit happen, and then formed a bond and find a way to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like all the level of quality that they're at has come from working so close with one another. You know what I'm saying? Like being in TDE, I don't think that J Rock is at the level that he's at creatively. You know what I'm saying? Without TDE, you know what I'm saying? Or Kendrick, or Absol, or Schoolboy Q. You know what I'm saying? Or any of the add-ons, Scissors. You know what I'm saying? The Isaiah Rashad. I ain't seen Lance Skywalker in a minute, or Zakari, but all them niggas, like it's been such a powerful collective, and to leave is like, I feel like when you're homegrown with niggas, like I feel like the team that with TDE, they do really good to please their artists, even when some of the artists may be unpleasable at times. You know what I'm saying? It's like, consider, I need that third song, bro. That snippet that was on the end of the Good Day video. I think they say the song's called Bloodstains. Weird name for a song, but SZA extra creative right there. But that song on the end of the Good Day video sounds so sexy, and I feel like that shit came out 6 months ago. I want the song. Where's the album? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for that. But yeah, like when you are with your homegrown team, it's like, okay, you specifically are saying it's your last album TDE. You're not saying it's your last album. You're not saying you're retired. So at least I hope you're not trying to sign to somebody else, because you're not gonna have the same freedom, I feel like. But maybe he's trying to go. He's either trying to make his own situation or go an independent route. That's what I'm thinking. And the only thing that can make me feel like that is maybe he wants to play the role of like a TD. He wants to have his own thing, and maybe he wants to work with his cousin, Baby Keem. I know you don't really listen to Baby Keem like that, but Baby Keem got he got attention out here.
Yeah, I know he's on. Apparently, he's on Kanye's album.
Yeah, he's. I feel like every generation always gets that person that's just talented and just ends up everywhere, and we don't know why. He's not bad. He's not terrible, but just like you feel like he just got to have some connections that are getting him places, because I don't think he deserves to be in these places yet. But when he gets in these places, he's gonna work it. He's gonna do all right. Yeah. It's not gonna be bad. It's just gonna be like, he ain't gonna kill it. I don't know. But yeah, Baby Keem out here doing his thing, and maybe he wants to work with his cousin a little more. Maybe create a situation for him, some shit like that. Who knows? But I hope it's the best thing. I hope it is a non-messy split.
Word.
And I would still like to, have him be a part of, or still be cool with his TDE brethren.
Yeah, I feel like he always gonna be cool with at least Black Hippie. I feel like they ain't got no type of issues, at least that we know of publicly. So,
because if that's the case, it makes me interested to see what the next. I was gonna say the next Schoolboy Q album, but I'm like the next Schoolboy Q or J Rock album, because usually, even though Kendrick is taking forever to drop his own album, he usually is very instrumental in like damn near executive producing his homies' albums. Like, I don't know what sauce he added to win, but you hear him all over the track, like, ad-libbing. So he had played some kind of part. You know what I'm saying? And like Schoolboy Q even admitted, he's like, yo, every time I do an album, like Kendrick wants to come by and like, tweak it up and give some feedback and whatnot. And that's the homie. He's the greatest artist of our time right now. So I'll take all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it will be weird, You ain't gonna hear him randomly on the thing saying "Crash Talk, take 3." Like, so I just hope it leads to good things. It is a little bit of weird news, slightly sad. We listened to them niggas while they were still dressing bummy, and having Calmatic videos and still in the hood and shit.
Oh yeah, we would listen to them back when like all they like on, and a lot of the early music they talking about, they were sleeping on each other's couches, sharing clothes. Yeah, we've been listening to them since then, so it's nice to.
I've been listening since Kendrick Lamar EP, and there's niggas that even know them before then, when it was K Dot. You know what I'm saying? Before, when Schoolboy Q was barely a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Absol was still broke. I remember all of that shit. I think it was like maybe 09, because I remember So Far Gone came out 08, and So Far Gone went crazy, so it was influencing a lot of shit. And of course, Kendrick Lamar EP had some So Far Gone sounding joints. And I think I remember it came out. I don't even know what made me listen to him specifically, because I wasn't a big J Rock fan, but I remember I think it came out New Year's Day in 09. And I was like listening to the shit, and I was like, this shit's good. This shit's really, really good. From there, I was hooked.
I'm trying to remember why I listened to the Kendrick Lamar EP. I feel like you might have told me about the Kendrick Lamar EP, and you was like, yo, you need to listen to this shit crazy. I was just like, all right. I know for a fact that you told me to listen to Absol's Long Term.
Yeah.
I know for a fact you put me on the Absol, but I don't know if you put me on the Kendrick. And then I'm trying to remember why, because I remember the Kendrick Lamar EP and Crit Was Here came out around the same time. I think they're both 09. And I remember 09 was a good year in general for music.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm trying to remember why I started listening to the EP and to Crit Was Here.
It might have,
because I know I used to be on mixtape like and blogs and shit forums heavy. Like
Not Right.
I used to be on Two Dope Boys heavy. I used to be on DJ Booth. I used to be on live mixtapes. I was like, I was all about underground rap and find up and coming niggas.
Nigga, Two Dope Boys is my homepage to this day. And I don't even check the shit just because like I can find music other ways now, but that was the way to catch the music. Like, cause I know what I think Two Dope Boys was probably like number 2 in the ranking. I know everything was Not Right. Not Right was the biggest at one time, but I feel like Two Dope Boys was kind of like had a little bit of a different filter and shit. Like, and I think that what made me like catch it. I think he was like featured or something. I think they kind of co-signed him, and when you're on the site all the time, they co-sign somebody and they don't do it all the time.
They really don't.
It's like, you give it a little listen. And I was like, I give it a listen. I fucked with it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I would like, it wasn't paired out I would listen to pretty much anything that Two Dope Boys featured. That's like they featured a lot of the artists they featured went on to become like the biggest artists of like the generation. It was just like, if Two Dope Boys said it's good, I was probably gonna listen to it.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? That's where when a lot of y'all niggas wasn't hip to shit and y'all would be just hearing about niggas for the first time on the Double XL and shit. We knew who all these niggas was already.
Yeah, but now I'm not that nigga no more, because I don't I'm not a part of the generation that has the interest to look up who the new younger rappers are. But that's happens with time in general. So
yeah, and I produce, so most of the time I'll be familiar with niggas. Even if I don't know their music, I've seen the names, because these days by the time somebody get on Double XL, you're late.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So back then, Double XL was actually on time with shit. Like
Double XL really did used to promote niggas and launch niggas' careers to another level. Yeah. Now I really feel like it serves no purpose.
Yeah, it really don't. Because niggas don't even be hyped to get on there. Like
niggas be turning that shit down now.
For sure. Besides ASAP Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it is what it is. But yeah, Kendrick leaving TDE.
It's the end of an era.
Yeah, it feels like the end of an era. But respect to Kendrick Lamar. Like we've trusted his process and trusted his decisions up to this point. So I'm sure there's a good reason for it. You know what I mean? There's gotta be a good reason to leave leave the shit that you helped build to go. I don't know, build something else. Much love, much respect to that brother Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see. But I want to talk about something that I have seen. Was last night was Odd Friday. It was, at least in the time we record this. Last night was Odd Friday, Detroit versus Chicago. I was over there on the Dead and Hip Hop channel. And I'm sure if you're a fan of us, you know who Dead Hip Hop are. There's a 99.9% chance that if you've seen our show, you know who Dead and Hip Hop is. So you're Detroit versus Chicago, and I was there in studio per usual, because I'm always there for stuff like that.
And I was in the back per usual, like I always am.
And
most of the time.
Yeah. FIFO was representing Chicago. And I feel like, first of all, I'm gonna say I think FIFO put up a really good fight.
Yes.
This is one of FIFO's like best performances. Like, even though he didn't win, I'm not gonna act like that nigga lost.
Yeah, it was a respectable loss.
It was very respectable. I'm not gonna shit on that nigga in any way. I'm not gonna make jokes like he's not from 63rd.
Yeah, we were definitely saying, we was like, yo, there's two things. We were saying, well, I think 3 things. We were believing, because like we were having discussions on it, and Like from the way we was thinking about it, he was supposed to win and win like by a long shot.
Yes.
Just from the names he was gonna have, right? And when we thought about it, I was like, yo, if it's a tie or close, he's from 63rd.
Yes.
If he don't play King Von Crazy Story, he's from 63rd.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And while it was, it wasn't a tie. He lost.
It did go to had to go to sudden death.
In the moment, I see why. And respect to the audience, because I ain't going down to the audience, but we knew we just really saw when it was a magical moment that happened, right?
Magical.
A magical moment. I mean, I'm trying to be respectful too, because like I don't want to downplay the audience, because
okay,
it's their Patreon people, they're gonna go to one of them and be like, "Hey, your niggas is talking bad about us. Cut them off."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We ain't trying to mess up their paper, but when niggas played Chief Keef, Love Sosa, representing Chicago, classic record, classic Chief Keef. You know what I'm saying? One of his top joints, right? Versus Danny Brown featuring Elzai, or you can say Elzai featuring Danny Brown. Contra. First of all, I'm pretty sure most of you in the audience right now are even saying, what is Contra? You talking about the game? Yes. There's a song they have called Contra. While the song, it's a fire song. If you watch the thing,
it sounded like a good song. Yeah, it sounded like a very nice song.
For one thing, if you're watching this right now and you watch the On Fridays, yes, this is the same shirt that I was wearing that day. I have a washing machine, all right? Secondly, I got hyped and came out there and rapped the lyrics with Beezy because I love that song. Yeah, that song was fire. That's how a song like what a Timberland sounds like. You feel me? I love that song. But when I tell you, I smelled bullshit in the air when I was like, well, I don't feel like this song is gonna beat Love Sosa. So I stayed out there to watch. Because like I said, every night people always has one song that he plays that he should win, and for some reason it just won't. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to really believe that like niggas is trolling people at this point.
Yeah, bro. Because it was when Love Sosa lost, I'm pretty sure y'all saw me yelling. I was like, this shit make no damn sense. Yeah. This is that y'all niggas came together and lied on the internet. You need to be ashamed of yourselves.
Bro, Bloodbath got on camera. He never gets on camera.
Unless I have to fix something. Yeah.
He'll never get on camera on our Fridays. But he had to address y'all niggas.
Cause y'all was wrong. That was wrong. It was just like it was just wrong, bro. It was just like, dog, y'all just lying. Like, why would y'all sit there and band together just to make Love Sosa lose? Like, what type of shit is that, dog?
Literally 51 to 49 percentile, and that blew my mind.
It shouldn't have been close.
It shouldn't have been close. So we even looked up. We looked up like the view count, and we know numbers lie, whatever. But when we tell you like I tried to look at the Contra video, and it was at 100 and like maybe 75K, and I think the song was released like maybe 12 years ago or some shit like that. Might have been that long, but it was released like almost a decade ago, right? We look up Love Sosa and how many views that got, right? That shit was at 197 M's. M's, nigga.
It's just a different level, dog. It's like, it's not the fact that like when Love Sosa lost, I was just like, all right, these niggas wilding tonight. Like FIFO probably gonna lose off some bullshit, and FIFO did lose, but he put up a great fight, except for when he gave that round away to B by playing Kid Cudi, who's from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah, I wish somebody would have told him. I would like he had shown me the songs he was gonna play. I didn't catch it because I saw Kid Cudi, but I was like, maybe the feature on there is somebody that's from Chicago, so it'll still count. But when it was a Kid Cudi song, nah, that's a disqualification.
And he was just like, people was like, that's my bad. I didn't do my Googles. I always thought he was from Chicago. A Google search would have solved that. I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know where Kid Cudi was from. But when niggas was like, hold up, bro, this nigga from Ohio, I looked up at FIFO. I'm like, what the hell, FIFO? How you do this?
Yeah, he's definitely from Cleveland.
How do you what, nigga? You've been making this list for over 2 weeks, and you didn't think to check that?
Yeah, I think it would have been better off playing Givian or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Like,
he might have went and played Earl Sweatshirt, like, because he wanted to play Earl so bad. He might as well play some Earl.
He would have might as well play some Bump J or Gemini or some shit, dude.
He needed to play some Herbo. Herbo, the only artist he didn't touch at all.
Yeah, he should have played Herbo. But respectfully, though I still disagree. They were trying to like add some variety to it, so they had like
a little bit, yeah,
a lot of older sounding stuff. They didn't really get into the new bag too much. Now, we were saying on the drive home, like, if it was you and I, and we were freaking,
it would be a completely different sound,
whole different sound, whole different track list. Because there's a lot of new niggas doing their thing.
And like I was telling B before the show, I was like, I need y'all to start getting some more modern, newer artists into your verses. Yeah. So like, it's like I understand y'all have a certain fan base who likes the stuff that you like, but you're gonna want to attract new people after a certain point.
And see, respectfully too, respect to the supporters of Dead and Hip Hop. Respect. That is why shit like Love So Solution to Contra happens, because you only cater to like people that have a certain sound. So like anything with trap drums or drill drums, them niggas don't fuck with them. Niggas don't listen to y'all because y'all don't really listen to the new shit. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all do listen to the new shit, it's usually something that's ushered by like they'll listen to Isaiah Rashad
or they listen to Boldy James.
Or Boldy James, which is like that's an older sound. You know what I'm saying? Which is fire. I fuck with Boldy James a long way. Like, with Bully James, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Griselda. But it's like you gotta listen to something with some new energy to get some new younger fans, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, they definitely gotta incorporate that, because when like respect to B had a good list too, you know what I'm saying? Because he was discussing some of the shit with me too. But I hardly disagree with him not wanting to play 42 Doug, no Sada Baby, like. Detroit got a whole lot of names going on that he could have played. You know what I'm saying? I can understand him not planning to play Cash Doll.
I understood that.
I
was saying that as a joke. I kept asking him to play Cash Doll as a joke. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna play that.
Like I need to listen. I'm gonna give Cash Doll a try, because I'll tell you.
I've listened to some of her takes before.
Yeah, she's definitely not trash. She's pretty good. She's well respected.
I think his would be really surprising me, because before the battle we knew he was playing Clear Soul Forces, because like, he got to play some Clear Soul. But when he ended round 13, which would have been usually the last round, with T Grizzly's first day out. I remember before the battle, he was acting like he didn't want to play no T Grizzly, and I was like, you got to.
And that baffled me too.
I was like, what?
First day out is a classic.
That's a classic. But he played it, and it went. But I was like, but then I remembered he did, like, niggas, I kind of thought he did that because he knew he didn't play no Eminem yet. He's like, if this goes to sudden death and I play Eminem, it's over. That's it's an automatic point. But then FIFO played Kanye round 13 just to even tie it up, to go to a sudden death round 14. But I feel like FIFO didn't have to play Kanye. I feel like he might have been able to play something to beat first day out, but it's really not guaranteed with the kind of crowd they got. You really don't know. So I can see why he played Kanye, just to make sure he secured the sudden death. And then I was texting FIFO as soon as they said we going to sudden death, I was like, yo, King Von Crazy Story would really help you right now. Because even if you go out, you're going to go out looking good.
Yeah.
And he went out there, he played it. He played 2.0 with Dirk. So just like he went out strong. Like niggas can't say he ain't try. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, the weird thing about the chat is the chat be so, like, the YouTube chat specifically be all over the place. Half the niggas saying this is great, half the niggas saying this sucks. Like, you really can't trust the YouTube chat like that.
Because you know what it feels like? It feels like the Patreon, also respectfully, I feel like the Patreon is either filled with Timberland wearing niggas or niggas that never been outside. Because I feel like for niggas that not like Sosa, not like for niggas that not want to vote for Love Sosa, you could not have been outside.
It's impossible, dog. It's impossible.
There's no way. There's no way you was outside and don't love Sosa. Because like, even nigga like me, I'm been that nigga that only wants to listen to the lyrical shit and like, yo, fuck all these niggas that can't even rap. I get it. But it's when you go outside and you hear that shit, you hear what that does to people, and you hear everybody just in unison, and we're almost like if you ever seen footage of Travis Scott in the club and everybody's singing, "We are young," everybody's just on one accord. it does something to you.
Yeah,
it made
bro.
me appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like it gave me an appreciation for that. It's a vibe.
When you make an anthem, niggas have to sing it.
Yeah.
And it's like Love Sosa is an anthem.
That is an anthem.
And it's just like I saw niggas who was just like, oh bro, she should have played Finito. Love Sosa and Finito, it really wouldn't matter in this opinion. Like I fuck with Finito too, and sometimes it goes. Most of the time right now, it probably does go harder than Love Sosa. But in that moment, if Love Sosa not gonna win, I don't know if Finito gonna win either.
Especially against Contra, like you said. Respectfully, I love Contra the song, but Contra's one of them songs from Danny Brown / Elzhi that I, as a person that even knows of Elzhi, respectfully, and knows of Danny Brown, he's a pretty good known artist. They even know them to like that's a song I play. I can be around somebody that's a Danny Brown fan and be okay if I say, "Yo, you ever heard of Contra?" And they're like, "What's that?" Like I would be okay with them not knowing that song. It's not a big song. I don't think it was on a tape. It damn sure wasn't on Triple X, which is Danny Brown's big tape. I don't know Elzhi to have any like really recognized tapes except for Elmatic, which is all on Nas recreated beats. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reference for somebody to know Contra unless you just was on YouTube and you just was searching everything Danny Brown or Elzhi at the time and you came across that song and you liked it. But Love Sosa, that song was everywhere.
Yes.
That song was everywhere. Especially around the Finally Rich era where Chief Keef was making a sound. He was the face of drill. You know what I'm saying? Which is a sound that has moved on to freaking to different states, different countries, there's different types of drill now. It is a UK drill, which is converted to NY drill. There's a Italian drill, there's Spanish drill, there's making African drill. Like all that shit. That shit started in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a whole sound. For that to lose to Contra is blasphemy.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I came out and mouthed the words of Contra because Contra's just a fire song, it should not have won. Just off like I won't say popularity, but like just sense, just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that shit crazy.
Yeah, dog. So, I just want to say I'm looking forward to the next Odd Friday. I don't think it's been decided yet because it's Patreon fan votes on the next one, so we don't know what the next one is. But yeah, I'll be there per usual.
Yeah, it was very entertaining. Good selection on both sides.
Yeah. Like you know I'm not going to hit on FIFA at all for this one.
Especially DZ playing the I think the song's called Assassin, the Obi Trice song. That shit's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite Obi Trice songs, bro. Like. And it was respectfully because like this one of them songs where like a nigga get a whole bunch of features and kind of gets washed on his own track. But nigga had that shit had everybody in their prime. Eminem, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks. Like that shit was a crazy track. One of my favorite joints off the Cheers album. Shout out to Obi Trice, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it was a good fighting. Usually we be down in FIFA for choosing like second song. And there was some joints on there that I would exchange for other choices, but I respect their versatility. Like they even mentioned it, like they kind of had to go in different bags because of the fact that they can only play an artist once, and you know they kind of had to reach into different eras. You know, what I'm saying they can't be all new school, can't be all old school. I respect it because it makes it. Like, there's probably a few people in the audience that heard songs for the first time. I was like, "Ooh, what's that?"
I was one of them niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it was Royce versus who was Royce against?
Royce went against Lupe.
When it was Royce versus Lupe, BZ was like, there's a whole bunch of people like, "Yo, what song is that?" You know what I'm saying? Like, because we know these names, we know these people, we know Royce, but y'all may not be familiar with the actual tracks or the actual work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good showing. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for the next one.
Word. So yeah, that was the news. All right, let's get off into this week's battle. This week's battle was Calico versus Hit Man. This was at RB's Max Out 2 a couple months ago. It was down here in Atlanta. We did not go in person because events in Atlanta, like we told you before, one of the worst battle rap crowds for one. For two, the event be like 8 hours long.
You try to do that?
Nah, bro. It's like nah.
I'm fat, nigga. My legs have a alarm clock. They got a battery, nigga, and that shit don't last too long. You got a good cool hour before my feet start hurting, and I'm out of there.
Yeah. So this is from that event. We will do round 2 of Ultimate Madness in a little, like, probably next episode. But yeah, that's this week's battle. So Calgo versus Hitman. This one had a lot of hype and build up around it because Calico and Hitman's like supposed to be like they call each other, like, they like brothers.
Yeah.
They had a whole beef that kind of sprouted after niggas was making jokes about Hitman having his like YouTube page. He's like on a couple pages with his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And niggas was making jokes on the internet. Calico was just laughing at the jokes. He wasn't even like making his own jokes. Hitman got in his feelings about it. They was on Instagram Live arguing about it. Calico was like, and Hitman was like, "Oh, bro, you supposed to be like my brother? Here laughing at these jokes about me and shit." You know what I'm saying? So they kind of had a falling out. But
that shit was weird to me.
It was weird to me too.
That shit was very weird to me, and to be very specific and respectfully, even though it's gonna sound disrespectful, I feel like it was mostly weird on Hitman's side.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like it was not that serious.
Calico did not understand what the big deal was, and I would have been just like him. I'm like, dog, why are we doing all this?
And also part of it is the fact that Calico didn't take it serious because he the whole time was like, "Are you like you really upset about this?" Like, because it's not like we discussed it before. Like I feel like these niggas they pick and choose what's entertainment and what's street shit or supposed to be real shit. It's like, fam, he's talking. First of all, he's talking about other battle rappers about some shit that's going on with you, which niggas clown, niggas joke, and guess what? When you battle somebody else or get out of retirement, when you decide to get out of retirement, somebody's gonna make fun of you to your face about you on YouTube with your girl. It's what niggas do. This nigga makes fun of me with my girl all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Even though he understands, nigga's my fucking fiance. Like, of course, nigga, I'm gonna be on the phone with her. I'm gonna talk to her. We're gonna talk cute, all that other shit. Like, it happens. But this nigga will make fun of me, and it's almost like I told him straight up, like, bro, if I make a YouTube with my girl and we're doing like Q&As and all the other couple shit that YouTube couples always love to do, if you didn't make fun of me, I would almost be disappointed. If anything else would be uncivilized. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, as somebody I secretly don't like, or as my man's, like you supposed to bust your man's balls about that, Paul. Mm-hmm. Like, you're supposed to. It's like, it's shit. It's like, okay, it's shit. I'm doing it for my girl. She wants to do this shit. Cool. It's a part of stuff that you compromise. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You gotta make your girl happy. Happy wife, happy life, all that other shit. But why, like, for niggas to be making fun of him, like, laughing and like, seeing that as like a sign of betrayal, like, that's like weird to me.
I agree. It's weird to me too. So
I really don't think it was that serious. Maybe I'm missing something. You know what I'm saying?
Especially since Calico wasn't the one making jokes. He was just laughing at the jokes the other niggas was making.
Yeah, and then like the funny thing too is I think about like maybe his girl, like the Hitman's girl, catch one of this and she got in her feelings, and then, you know, had to like hype up her man to defend her honor when it really was no honor being disrespected. It's just like this nigga's a whole battle rapper talking about shooting niggas in the face, and here he is like being on the YouTube channel. Side note, bro. Same thing. Well, not the same thing, but I kind of feel the same way in my head a little bit about Queso. One of the names mentioned in the Who I Smoke song. Mm-hmm. Young and Ace. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One of his niggas is named Queso. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be one of the killers. Mm-hmm. I think he got a girl and did a YouTube video. I didn't even watch the video, but I was like, he on YouTube with his girl? Like, it literally said something featuring Queso. And I'm just like, huh? It just feels weird when killers, street niggas, gangsters are doing cute shit with their girls on YouTube.
Niggas is different with their girls. That's normal.
Yeah. So it's like, and mind you, we gonna let you live. Like we understand it, because you know what happens when them niggas get in a relationship, they gonna be doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? All the shit this nigga clowns me about doing, he gonna be doing the same shit and slowly dying inside, just like I be when I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a part of what you do. Niggas is different with their girls. Here he is, nigga. Don't try to front for the camera, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and niggas out there know, like, when you with your girl, you probably do some shit that you wouldn't do on your own. But because it's your girl, she might have an idea. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to watch Grey's Anatomy, but when she's around, that's her shit. So you gonna watch some fucking Grey's Anatomy. Or Jane the Virgin. You know what I'm saying? Or Insecure. Personally, I like Insecure. I watch that shit on my own. I like that show.
It's a good show.
That is a good show. But there's some niggas that might not want to watch that show. But their girl might be into that show, so they only know that show because of them. Or some niggas like Love and Hip Hop. I would, if I never saw an episode of Love and Hip Hop, I'd be okay. But at the time, my girl was into Love and Hip Hop. So I only know about some of Love and Hip Hop alumni because my girl was watching the show. And what am I supposed to do? Like, you know what? Fuck your desires and what your interests are, because I don't want to do that shit. Like, come on, dog.
That's what a real nigga would say. But anyway,
nigga, hell no.
We're talking about Hitman versus Calico. Hitman and Calico.
You don't even believe that shit because you be fighting for women's rights just like any real nigga should. So you don't even believe the shit you saying.
Hitman and Calico. Like I said, this beef started because of some internet shit.
Because I'm offended now. You supposed to be my brother.
And then after that,
you gonna be Calico, I'm gonna be
they had the battle, and then I even went back and watched their old battle. They had like an old 1-rounder battle they did. It wasn't that great in my opinion.
This battle was so mid. I was gonna do that when you said it, and then like this battle, I was just like, I don't want to do that. Like,
all right, so yeah, we just gonna say it off top. Just cut to the chase. This battle was boring as shit, dog. This battle was not all that. And I'm a fan of Calico. I'm a real Calico fan, y'all. I really am. Yeah. This wasn't his best work.
It wasn't.
It was not his best work. Hitman, I don't expect much from him because y'all know I'm not a big fan of Hitman.
Yeah, and I kind of like Hitman. I feel like I see why people like him and why he has the level of respect that he does. But I'd be lying if I said like if I see Hitman Holla battle, I'm checking for it.
No,
you know, I'd be lying to you if I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely deserved to get on Wild 'N Out. There was nobody else that deserved that more than him. Like I'd be lying if I said that, but he's got to the level he's at, and he's doing things, and he's you know, he makes money.
Exactly, he seems to be making good money. So I'm not hating on the nigga. I'm just saying I'm not a fan of his work. Like it is what it is.
Except for when he's teamed with John.
That's a scary nigga right there.
With John, that's some of the greatest I ever seen.
I will never deny Hitman and John one of the scariest teams I've ever seen. I won't deny that.
It's the funniest thing because you don't fuck with John either. So
nope.
It's two niggas you don't fuck with. For some reason, when they get together, nigga Thanos.
It's crazy.
Voltron.
I had to respect it, and I will not play around with them niggas' names when they're together. Yeah. Separately, or them niggas some losers. But hey, it is what it is.
This battle was pretty mid. I was kind of glad it was over. When it was over with, like
I'm about to grab my computer charger. You can keep talking if you want.
Go ahead, grab the computer charger, but yeah, fam, like this battle, bro, it was just like I feel like Calico is one of them artists or one of them battlers that like when he doesn't care, when he don't care enough, it shows. I feel like he has to have a point to prove. And I was even telling Bloodbath a few days ago that I hate to say it, but like that Calico that took a public opinion loss to Low Deluxe. I haven't seen the same Calico since. That other Calico was killing niggas, bro. That nigga had bars. That nigga would out-reel you. You really couldn't do nothing with that nigga. Because a lot of niggas' strategy, like if they can't do better bars with you or outperform you or make the crowd believe them more than you, then they might try to out-reel you. They might try to, you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of before niggas was trying to like use your realness or the fact that we believe you against you and shit. But I feel like that Calico was killing niggas. That Calico deserved to be at that spot. When he was talking shit to Low Deluxe and being like, yo, it's a new era, like he deserved that slot. He deserved to be doing that shit. Yeah. Since that day, it has not been the same Calico. I have yet to see something that matched that nigga. Calico,
like kind of like you alluded to, he real sometimes. He takes battles off, and I felt like he took this battle off. Yeah. He not the Calico I like, bro. And like I said, I like Calico. This was not top tier Calico. This wasn't the Calico to be afraid of. But
you know what the problem is? I feel like niggas like Calico, these niggas be like, mind you, we're saying that this battle was mid, but I feel like Calico as a person is like, he's one of the niggas I believe. Like, he's a real individual. Like, the street shit, he's really about that, all that, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like niggas like Calico, they have to actually not like the person they're battling or not know the person to give a fuck. Mm-hmm. I feel like Calico's been in this long enough that he's actually developed relationships with niggas. Mm-hmm. So some of the niggas he would even talk shit about, he's cool with now. Like I remember I was surprised when I seen a video of him and Murder Mook in a hotel room with some other niggas. I think the T-Rex is in there too, and they're just going over a battle that I think it was Tay Rock versus Calico. Mm-hmm. And they were just playing the shit, and Calico was just like, nigga, my shit's is fire. Look what I said to that nigga. Like, it almost threw me off because he comes off as a nigga that just don't like nobody.
And he is a nigga who actively talks about how he don't fuck with none of these battle rap niggas. Yeah. Made a whole song about it. Like, yeah. But like he don't hate them niggas. Yeah. He just don't be hanging out with them niggas outside of battles and shit. It seemed like.
Yeah, and when you around long enough, like even like when you go to work, you're gonna have some kind of relationship with your coworkers. Even if you don't fuck with them outside of work, when you come to work, you be like, "What's up, nigga?"
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At least to that level. So you can't dislike everybody. I feel like, and he was coming up, he didn't know niggas, so he can say whatever to your eye, like look you in the eye and say whatever, and not feel no way. Now he's like, well. Nigga, I shook this nigga hand and cracked a joke with the nigga. So I can't really look in nigga eye and be like, yo, fuck your life.
Yeah, he not no arsenal heartless nigga.
Yeah, like, especially if you ain't do no shit that like, cause like I said, I feel like Calico's a real street nigga, so he's not no bully. He's not gonna just do some shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just get up and grind his feet on somebody's couch. You feel me? Like even when he does the bully shit, like I think he did that once with he did with Pat Stay one time, and there was a reason. It was because when Pat Stay was going against his homie Marv One, he was a little handsy, not handsy, but he was a little touchy. Like he was a little pushy. He was doing a little too much. So he's like, all right, my nigga Marv One was trying to be chill that night, but I'm with the bullshit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? BMF, nigga. So I'm push you all that shit and hope your niggas do something. And I feel like even on that battle, like it wasn't the best Calico bars wise, but there were bars there. And then the energy was there. What made it so tense and made it a show. You know what I'm saying? Thank God nobody got in the scrap then. But I felt like if any of Pat Say's niggas jumped, Calico was ready for that shit. That made the bars hit hard. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like ready. Even when shit would get tense, he would still be bad. And it was like, what y'all niggas want to do though? Like, what's up? Like, I'm wishing y'all niggas jump. You know what I mean? But it was like this one. It was like he really, even though him and Hitman Holla fell out. I feel like Calico still taking it serious.
Only Hitman fell out. Yeah. Calico told the nigga during the battle multiple times, I love you, bro. Like he's like Hitman be up there rapping, and that's why I don't like you. That's why we get this beef. And Calico said, I keep telling you I love you. He's like, I keep telling you.
And it's different coming from Calico. Like I said, Calico's not really a clout chasing nigga. He's not just a nigga that's gonna say that shit. He's like, no, I really got love for you, bro. Like I don't know why. Yo, and this one made it really real. Even like show out is always the secret weapon. He's always the game. He's always like he's the game breaker in NBA Street. Every time Hitman uses show out, it hits. This is the one time where Show Out came out, and I feel like Show Out didn't even believe that shit.
He didn't look like he even wanted to be at the battle.
He came up to Calgo face, I ain't Briz, nigga, and then looked down.
He did.
I've never seen Show Out look timid before. He never.
Cause like Show Out usually when he jump out, I feel he do be jumping further than he need to on purpose most of the time. I feel like he could just jump out, make a statement. Show Out really be jumping into niggas' laps. Like Show Out will jump through niggas sometimes. I'm like, dog.
Yeah.
You're just here to make it a. You don't gotta start beef with niggas. Like Show Out look, he be hoping niggas push him or something.
Yo, Show Out does look like the nigga in the entourage that hope shit goes off because he can't wait to slap a nigga.
And it'd be like, dog, these niggas just here to get paid and go home. You the one who be jumping to. You be taking it too far. But like he didn't take it. He it was space between him and Cal. Cause he jumped and then he stopped. And then he wasn't all Cal like he'd be on other niggas. Yeah. Like it was like he didn't want to do this. Like
he didn't even maintain eye contact that long.
No,
that nigga will get in your face and be like, "I ain't Briz, nigga." Fuck are you talking about, nigga? It be in your face. Yeah, nigga,
he ain't do none of that. He ain't do none of that.
Nigga said, "I ain't Briz, nigga."
and just turned around and walked away. I was like,
I wouldn't even say it's like, oh, because he's scared of Calico. No, I feel like he really didn't. He didn't want to do that.
He did.
He did not want to do that.
So you think Show Off was like, yo, do I gotta jump in this one? Like, yeah. I have to. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Why don't I take this battle off?
I feel like this really be one of them. This is really one of them times where like them two as brothers. He's like, I'll fuck with homie. Like, you sure you can't be cool with him? Like, you my brother, so I'm riding with you, but. Damn, that was a cool nigga, bro. You couldn't just talk this out?
Apparently not.
He had the PlayStation, nigga. I fucked with him, bro. That nigga was man cool. Remember when he gave us Pop-Tarts, nigga? Nah, bro. I was hungry as shit that day, nigga. I fucked with that nigga.
Apparently not, dog. Apparently this shit done escalated to we got beef, so we need to battle. But it was a very one-sided beef.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't even know if I can call this a one-sided battle, because I couldn't find any entertainment to be like, oh, this nigga's killing this nigga, because nobody was getting killed. Everybody like they was wasting their time
at all, and it felt like even like I was also bewildered by it. Just seemed like the crowd was feeling everything.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hitman wouldn't even say a bar that was like meant to be a hit, and niggas would be like,
Hitman was up there giving basic elementary bars. Like Hitman was up there doing rappers first gun bars type shit.
Bruh.
And the crowd was like, oh,
bruh, that nigga, my shirt red and so is the hat. I pushed my foot on the gas pedal. What the fuck? If y'all don't,
and the crowd, he had the crowd eat out the palm of his hands, and like
for no reason, bro.
So I'm gonna go. I'm just go ahead and go through these rounds so we can get this over with. First round, Cal's first round. I said it was decent. He didn't really do too much in the first one. He spent the whole first round trying to figure out why they was even having the battle, and then he called Hitman a fake nigga a couple times. But basically, all of Calico's rounds was about how Hitman not a real nigga and how Calico is a real nigga. That's all his rounds about.
Basically,
his only decent thing he had in the first round was that Rough Rider scheme. Mm-hmm. That one was decent. He was like, something like the source of words or whatever, and get Eve out. That was cool. But he didn't really say nothing too personal, honestly. He didn't say nothing. He didn't mention names, nothing that. It was nothing really out of pocket. Like, nothing crazy happened in Calico's first.
That's what really showed that, like, Calico wasn't taking it serious because, like I said,
Calico stuck to the time limits. He kept talking about, we agreed to 3-minute rounds. This nigga, like, Hitman's rounds was long as fuck. Hitman did have, like, 5-6 minute rounds of bars that were not that great to be rapping that long.
I feel like he'd be overwording his shit. Like, bro, even me writing down the bars that I have for him, I was just like, this is too many words. Like, you could have got to the point. Like, you could trim some fat on this. Like,
his first round, though, I will say, it was light, but he packed a lot of bars in his first round. His first round, I think, was his most bar heavy round. Yeah. As far as like just throwing bars and punchlines, that was his best round for that.
He'd be having bars, it'd just be over wordy.
Yeah, and the crowd they loved it. So he came out with a strong first round, which is that's what Hitman Holla always does. His first round is usually his best round. No. So yeah, his first round is usually his best round. And you know, I gave him the first. I do believe he won the first round. Was it a big win in the first? No. He didn't win by a lot because I mean, yeah, Calico's first wasn't that crazy either. It was also a pretty average round. So I guess if I gave the first to Hitman. I was hoping something happened in the second. In the second, Cal came out, started pretty slow, spent another round calling Hitman a fake nigga. Is what it is. And then Hitman spent his second explaining the whole reason that the beef started, and that he was just like, yeah, man, the reason we here today is because this nigga is fake and how he not my friend no more. And then Cal was just like, I love you, dog. I don't know why you think.
You ain't my friend no more. You've been delivered.
He just spent the whole Hitman's second was all about explaining this imaginary beef that only he has with Calico. That's what the second was. Calico still does not know what's going on, dog. Calico really don't know. So I was like, Calico is just there because he's getting paid to rap with his still friend to him. Calico's like, nigga, I might not be your friend, but you still my friend. Like,
the funny thing is too, like this shit feels like I feel like Hitman is like he's in a place where like he is mad, but I feel like he knows he don't really got a right to be mad, but he's still mad, so he's just gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying? He's mad enough that like something has to be done, but it's like I don't want to do too much though, cause like it ain't that serious, but I'm taking it serious. Like it's like all around weird. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've seen Hitman be mad at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit with him and Bill Collector, like they had a history, and like it ain't really that serious. But even in that, like in that battle, it felt like Hitman still didn't like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like it.
Yeah, I agree.
And this one, I feel like it was like he wanted to be mad, but he's not. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, nigga, let me hate you. That's it. It's like nigga, let me hate you. And Cal just kept Cal just kept pouring on the love. Like, I love you. I love you, Hitman. You my dog. He just kept pouring on the love, bro. He's like, but it's like, I don't know what it is. It was like Calico just kept singing. What's that song of That's a Raven? Feel the Love. He was up there with Corey and the boys singing Feeling the Love, and Hitman was up there. I don't know what Hitman was singing. What was
singing? Kichi Goo means I love you.
Calico's up there singing, when you feel it, when you feel the love, nothing feels better than feeling the love. Everybody knows that when push comes to shove, nothing feels better than feeling the love. And Hitman over there singing, I don't know, something dark and evil. Like
that nigga was it was like pretend hate, bro.
Yeah, dog.
So it was so weird.
We hate each other, but it's love. What a thug mystery.
Yeah, bro. That shit was crazy.
And like, I could tell, like I said before, I could tell Calico didn't want to be there doing this, but it's like, hey, he was getting paid to do it, so he did it.
It's a check.
So yeah, that was the second, and then the third, Cal's third was probably his best round. He actually had some good, he had some good bars and a couple good bars, and he was just, he had more energy in it, and then he was just talking to that nigga like, yo, like you move wrong, basically, you be moving wrong. And that's how he spent his third. That was his best round. Yeah. And then Hitman's third. I actually wrote down in this round on my notes. I said, worse. I said, I love how Calico keeps denying the beef. I actually wrote it down in my notes because Calico was like, I love you, dog. I don't know why he's so bad. But
that third was littered with filler, bro.
Oh yeah,
that third was filler night.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, like. Because even in the first two, like you said, there was some bars in there. I feel like the third, he clearly ran out of like actual shit to say, like coming from somewhere. So he's just saying shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the best thing he said was like I said, the best thing you can do against Calico is really use his realness against him. So like saying that like, yo, that your dad got caught for selling dope and you always selling dope. You think you would stop talking about that? Or the fact that he was like, yo, I made $1 million off battle rap, which we talked about. We want to see some battle rap millionaires, so I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
If that's a true statement. Or him saying like, yo, I made donations. I've been doing this. What has he done for his community? Like that's like probably the best shit he said. But everything that was like supposed to be personal is just like,
I ain't know if I could trust his personals no more because wasn't it in the first round, Calgo said nigga was lying. He was just like, he's like, this nigga done slept on my floor before in a hotel. Calgo was like, nigga, I ain't never did that.
Respectfully, like just the way that Calico like conducts himself, he don't even sound like that kind of nigga.
Calico was like, I ain't never did that.
If I believe what Calico says he is, Calico wouldn't do that shit. Calico ain't never been that broke. Like he's always been BMF, nigga.
Like, Calico's always talking about how this battle rap money don't mean nothing to him because he gets real money.
Yeah.
So just like Calico, like I don't be.
Do that shit?
Yeah, Calico, I don't be studying this battle rap money. I just do it for like I don't care about this shit like that. Like Calico always has been consistent that he don't care about battle rap. He just do it for the money, and he gets money outside of battle rap, so he really don't be pressed like that.
You know, probably something identical to that happened one time. You know, they gotta use it against you in the battle.
Yeah, Calico was like, nigga, what? I ain't never did that. And like the way I love, like Calico be having the funniest reactions to when niggas lie on him. Because even when he was battling Lux, Calico's face be like, what? Huh? What? What? Who is that? Like Calico don't never know who niggas are talking about when they talk about him. Calico, he be like, he's like, this nigga must know a different Calico because I ain't do none of this shit.
That's a fact. We gotta see. You ever seen Calico versus O-Red?
I might not have.
We gotta see that one because that one's one of the funniest things. Is like is where the whole third he freestyles a story about apparently what happened between him, O-Red, and a bunch of battle rappers one night and some groupies. And niggas literally like, I'm wasting my whole round with the shit. But he's literally freestyling the whole story. And you just see old Red trying to act like that shit didn't happen. But he involves so many other names. He don't say no names, but he was some big names. He would like to say some key shit that Joe Rogan's talking about. And I think he's just being like, and honestly, like old Red was like trying to be like, huh? Trying to look bewildered. And then like sometimes when Calgo say some funny shit, he would try to laugh too. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna believe the shit Calgo's saying. Like we might have to use that battle next after the shit's over with.
Yeah.
That might be our next go.
Yeah, that I'd watch it. Like I said, I'm still a fan of Calico. I just need him to actually try every battle.
Yeah.
He better try against Geechee at Summer Madness.
And see, and that's what I've been saying with these niggas now. Is like with the new generation of niggas, these niggas is not slouching.
And Geechee gonna make them look bad.
Yeah, these new niggas, even with the newer niggas, like these niggas is coming with it.
Yeah.
And the problem is with the older folks is they good. They have a lot of good battles, but there's a lot of times where they take these battles off or they be slouching. They don't come with they're not consistent. And these young niggas is being consistent. And I don't know, maybe it's just because like it's you know, you have 1,000 battles, you feel a certain way, or you know, you just don't have the same passion for it. But some of these niggas that we watch that are like considered newer, and some niggas that like you know, niggas like Murder Mook or Calico might not feel like they have enough name to like these niggas is coming with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a real stick. Real stick is real new, but I ain't seen him slouch yet.
He don't know how to.
You know what I'm saying?
Great posture. He can't slouch
at all. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jada Nightwing, like some of these niggas are coming with it. And I don't know what these niggas gonna do when they really start getting towards these legends.
Oh yeah.
Cause
them like, and it's like I'm waiting to see what this how this class is gonna be as they get older. Like this current class of battle rappers, are they gonna be the type of legends who take battles few and far between and just talk about how great they are, or are they gonna be somewhat active? Like they might take 1 or 2 battles a year type thing instead of every couple cards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, will Geechee fall back to 1 or 2 battles a year? I feel like that's still good enough to like say that you're still active, but not too active. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of niggas like Lux who battle once every 3, 4, 5 years, or a nigga like Hollow. Yeah. Hollow just started battling again recently, so it's just like niggas like that, or you know what I'm saying, or a nigga like Goods, you might get like 1 Goods battle a year at this point.
Yeah, but I feel like the only time you really get niggas that only battle like once a year or some shit is because they actually have other shit going on. Because Geechee was battling everybody at one point. Like he had a battle a month damn near. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he battled everybody already. So it's like he battled everybody except for maybe the God tier niggas. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At this point. So it's like, who else is at a battle? And now he got a podcast, he got other shit going. He got a name, so he can, you know, get other shit going based off the name. So he don't got to battle all the time. Where like these other niggas, these niggas is hungry. So any battle you giving them, they taking that shit and they taking it serious. They need this bread. You know what I'm saying? Real shit got to get new turbans. This shit's real. You feel me? Danny Myers got mad kids. Bar guy. You know what I'm saying? These child support payments don't stop, my nigga.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like these other niggas is getting these other niggas getting like they getting old and they getting complacent a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Murder Mook getting used to only battling once every 3 years, which I'm pretty sure they got other shit going on because you ain't gonna be able to live 3 years off one battle.
Especially not in New York. It's way too expensive to not. It's way too. Yeah. So
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Any nigga I see that even looks fresh in New York, I'm counting their pockets because I'm just like, either your house got to be a dump or you doing some ill shit to make all this money. I don't know how y'all niggas can afford all these designer clothing or custom clothing and live in New York. Because we ain't gonna talk about if your house is small or not. That's irrelevant. You gonna live in this kitchen and still pay a good $1,500. You feel me? So it is what it is. But yeah, let's get to these scores. This shit over with.
Crowd control.
Crowd control. I gave Calico 3.
I did too.
It was respectful. Like, he had them sometimes. It wasn't all bad. They ain't like boom or nothing, but you know, it wasn't all that great either. Yeah. And then Hitman.
Good. I was gonna say I don't think I explained our rubric, so we grade on the scale of 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
So we got crowd control, delivery, haymakers, and zone. Those are what we judge people on. Everything is on the scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. and then the max score you can get is 20, and then we also have something called recovery, and you can get up to 3 recovery points.
Yeah.
If you was losing bad, but then you started to come back later on, like you really started to have a strong third after an ass first and the second. Yeah. We'll give you a couple recovery points. The most recovery points you can have is 3, but you could still the maximum score is 20 because in order to get recovery points, you would have lost points somewhere else. Yeah. So you could never get a score higher than 20.
Yeah, I'm only giving you that because it's really hard. Like it's a very rare case for somebody to be ass and then flip the script. Yeah, it hardly ever happens. Yeah. Usually, when you start out bad, you're usually gonna end bad most of the time. And most you may like be mediocre and then get the crowd hype. Mm-hmm. If the crowd ain't fucking with you, it's usually how it is.
Yeah, it's gonna start and end that way 90% of the time.
I mean, if you start out Cassidy, you ain't gonna end Geechee Gotti.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
The other nigga would have to insult Cassidy in Philly or something for the crowd to turn on him. You had to pull a whole Tay-Rock.
Yeah.
Tell Cassidy.
I was about to say too. I was like, I don't know who would do something so foolish, but yeah. And the funny thing now,
I said, tell Cassidy. Boo. He just kept repeating it.
And the funny thing now, like I feel like Cassidy has been shown that he's not to be taken serious so much. Tay-Rock don't even want that battle. Like I haven't seen him mention Cassidy since.
Nope.
He don't even want that battle no more, bro. That nigga could go to Philly right now. Tell Cassidy it'll be a pin drop.
I feel like
somebody tell Cassidy what? What community message?
Yeah, I feel like after Cassidy got booed in his city, niggas don't ride for him the same no more.
At all. That's why that nigga busy dissing Tory Lanez now.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what makes it really bad too? I watched a reaction. Shout out to BMG Upper Class. It's one of the few reaction channels I watch. Mm-hmm. He mostly like reacts to like Brooklyn drill shit. You know, since he's a street nigga and tapped in. You know what I'm saying? But like actually, really, like niggas vouching. But he'll do some outside shit too, because you can't be a one-trick pony, right? Mm-hmm. So he was one of the niggas that feel me. When he was watching this, he was watching the Tory Lanez side and I watched the Cassidy side. Mm-hmm. Of course, Cassidy came with a 7-minute track because he always has to go mad long when he's dissing niggas. And at the end, he was starting to get pissed off because he was like, "Man, like you was my favorite rapper at one time, bro. You was one of the greatest. And then you doing this shit. It was 7 minutes of bullshit." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "You just saying shit that rhyme. You don't even say shit that be different than nigga. You may say one line and then you just talk about some random shit. You be like, yo, fuck that nigga, hair of mine. You know what I'm saying? If you need some clothes, you can wear mine. Some other like shit that don't even be this. It don't even got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's how his battle bars be too. He just be saying shit. It don't
shit that be asked because he does have good lines every once in a while.
He can rap.
He has so much filler lines that it don't make sense. Like when you are dissing somebody, you need to have a set target. You can't just be rapping for the sake of rapping. Now, if you just pass a nigga a blunt and be like, yo, cat, spit something, and he starts spitting shit, it's gonna sound good. But if you're supposed to diss somebody, you have like these bars have to have an aim. They have to go somewhere. I can't just be like, yo, fuck your hairline, but then sometimes I read books in my spare time. That's what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? Yo, that's really how the nigga felt too. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, no, yeah. That nigga shares my sentiments with the frustration of Cassidy. And I'm like, now it's even translated to tracks. Because even before, like, niggas would be like, all right, bars wise, he'll beat niggas on the track. Like, when he beefed with Meek Mill, you know what I'm saying? Meek Mill he was a bigger artist and had a song with some tempo to it. Funny thing, he back to back, like, the energy back to back to Cassidy before, Drake did that to him. But he just had a song, he was dissing a nigga, but the song was, like, danceable and fire. So it did better than Cassidy's 10-minute diss track with mad different beats because niggas wasn't checking for bars like that. But lyrically wise, we'll say, yo, Cassidy just killed that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But on this one, nigga, Tory Lanez made some funny jokes here and there. Nigga talked about nigga you was in a hotel with R. Kelly. We should flame you up. You know what I'm saying? And then Cassidy comes back and has a 7-minute unfocused track. It's just it don't hit the same, bro. It don't hit the same.
Yeah, speaking of hitting the same, yeah, Calgo Versus just didn't hit the same for the crowd. That's why he got 3 for crowd control. Hitman. Like I said, I gave him a 4, like you did. I wasn't gonna give him no full on 5 because it wasn't all that. But he definitely had the crowd. I'd be lying if I say he had a crowd. I'm not just gonna hate for no reason.
For sure, it wasn't a 5, but if we were doing decimals, it would be like a 4.5.
Yeah, like he had the crowd.
And I don't know why. Respectfully, I don't know why. Because the bars was not hitting like that.
No.
I respect the ones that was supposed to. Like when he was like, when there was a bar there, even if the bar wasn't that great, and I understand that. But there'll be some shit where he was saying the most regular shit ever. You know what I'm saying? I pour my Sprite inside a cup. Like I swear on everything. It would be the most regular shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll plug in my microphone and then it records.
I knock on your door and say, "Open up."
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's.
I DoorDashed some pizza and it was good.
Yeah, like he was just talking after a certain point, and the crowd was loving it. But as far as delivery, what you got for delivery?
Delivery, I gave Calico 3 and gave Hitman a 4.
I gave the same exact scores. Hitman's delivery was good. I mean, it was like I said, his delivery. He's more of a performer anyway. Like his style is all just having a good overall performance, and he had that.
Yeah. So
just because I didn't like his bars doesn't mean he didn't perform them well. I think he did that part pretty good. Like
performing is one of his strengths. So when the crowd feels him, it makes the thing overall better. Even if the thing's mediocre, it'll make it a better mediocre because he'll feel himself a little more. Pause. So it makes it feel a little better. He'll deliver it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I give him a 4 on that.
Yeah. Haymakers,
I give Calico a 3 because there was once in a while it might be scarce something good in there, but it wasn't enough. It was a lot of a lot of filler. And even some of the things that he said that was good, he delivered it weird. Like I think in his third, you're talking about the chopper segregated, you don't fuck with niggas, or something like that. And I was like, the way he said it, like you could have made that hit a little more. But he was like mad when the crowd like caught on and he was like, "Yo, y'all better wake up." I was like, that could have been delivered a lot better.
True.
That was a decent bar. You could have delivered that a lot better. Hitman, I gave him a 4 because, like you said, it was some bars, but it was clearly better than Calco.
So this is what them scores where I stopped being friendly on. I gave Calico a 2. I gave Calico a 2, and I'm a big fan of Calico, but he really wasn't. This wasn't no bar heavy battle for him. He didn't really start putting bars together until the third. His first 2 rounds was really just him talking. It's how Hitman not a real nigga. It just happened to rhyme. That was really what he wasn't putting no bars to niggas. And I was just like, okay. And your bars that he brought wasn't your best bars.
At all.
So I was just like, I gotta give you a 2, homie. Hitman, I gave a nigga a 3. Because he actually had a couple. He had his first round was mostly bars. And his third had a good bit of bars. His second, I don't know what was going on. But his first and his third was mostly bars. Now, were they great bars? Not at all. We've agreed that they were the most average of bars we've heard in a long time. That's why we got an average score, which is a 3. So it is what it is on that. Like I'm not gonna just lie about their bars now, dog. I'm not gonna do that. Nah. Zone,
I give Calico a 3. Even when the crowd wasn't picking up, that nigga was confident in his shit. nigga literally said, "I'm the GOAT, Mom." No. Okay, you're good. You're definitely good. There ain't nobody gonna front on that. You're good, but the GOAT, nah, you was on the way to being the GOAT before a load of Lux, but after that, like I said, I ain't seen the same Calico since. But yeah, Zone, I gave him a 3. I feel like I was being a little nice. Hitman, I gave him a 4 because I mean the battle was his. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was mid, they passed the mid to him. You know, the crowd was eating out of his hand. He was in his bag. He was feeling himself. You know, all that good shit. So yeah.
I gave Calico a 3. Because this wasn't his best work at all. Played average, so he got an average score.
For sure.
I gave him a 4 for his own, because he's like I said, just because I'm not a fan of his raps, I've never have been. I'd be lying if I didn't say he put on an overall pretty good show.
Yeah,
I'd be lying if I didn't say that. So,
and though it was average, he definitely clearly was doing better than Calico.
Yeah. So overall, Hitman got a 15. Calico got an 11 ahead of me.
Yeah, gave Calico a 12 and gave Hitman a 16. I guess he picked up and killed it and killed it and killed it.
Even though he was the only nigga trying to kill his brother, because Calico don't know why they battling to begin with. It's like no matter how many times Hitman explains to him, Calico's still gonna be like, I don't understand. This is the problem we have.
I love you, bro.
He just keeps, I love you, dog. Like, let's get on. I keep telling you, I love you.
Let's get these bars over with. Calico, I'll do you dirty. I'm talking double back and get the rest of the cake. My new gun look like some shit Tesla would make. Now he in Idaho. Bow, a vegetable state. I fuck with that bar even though potatoes are starch.
Yeah, that bar wasn't even all that. It was just the way that he ran it back like it was crazy.
He like I said, he made it sound nice. But you know, like I said, this was made. Okay, Hitman Holla. You need guidance, a big brother, because you do too much dumb shit. Then walk around so proud with it. Example, your pops got caught selling dope. In every battle verse, he's selling dope. You would think you wouldn't be so loud with it. See, this is real life. Not a quiz or test, but I can end up in the crowd with it. It was a cool bar. I like the art test bar and whatnot. Definitely feel like he could have got to the point of that without so many words. So that was just, it wasn't even a good build up.
It's like the way you like. I don't even like that on the bars I wrote. I was like, that's how you sound right there. You were just like, I just had to complete the assignment and turn something in. I just had to write down some bars and that's what I did. I ain't even like these bars. These bars wasn't that special. They ain't stand out, but I just had to put something down. Like, that's funny.
Let's go to our artist of the week.
Artist of the week. It's an artist that we both seem to enjoy individually. If we wanted to shed some light on them, it can be the same artist multiple weeks in a row. It could be a different artist, but we usually do try to mix it up and try not to say the same artist every single week. I can go first if you're not ready.
You go first.
This week it's gonna be an R&B joint. Going my boy James Vickery, Songs That Made Me Feel. James Vickery, if you don't know, he dropped. I'd say the song he's usually known for is Until Morning, because he did one of those colors performances for like and on YouTube. That song got some pretty good buzz. But then his album came out, Songs Made Me Feel, and James Vickery, that white man can sing, so that's good. And then I got another R&B joint. Division and Ty Dolla $ign have a joint project. Cheers to the best memories.
A joint project.
11 songs.
I just saw it today that they had a video. I didn't know it was a project.
11 songs. Yeah, so Quan, I'm surprised because them is niggas you love Division and Ty. So it was like if you ain't cheers to the best memories. That's what it's called. You're gonna need to get hip.
Shit, when we left our Fridays last night, I forgot I wanted to play some Ty Dolla $ign in the car. So yeah, no, that's something I'm definitely gonna check out with the quickness.
So yeah, those are my artists of the week. Just two R&Bs.
Sure. All right, I'll make my artist of the week. Ari Lennox. Kind of got back into her album a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of realized I'm missing her new stuff a little bit. She's chilling a little bit.
She said that she was going to do this.
She ain't been inspired, but like I do also remember like there was a time before then she's like, yo, this next time I'm about to be sexy as fuck. So I almost got like upset. I was like, you were working on something, but I guess maybe
she did have some songs that came out. You know what I'm saying? Like she had like 50 Shades of Choke. She had like a couple other like slower, more sensual songs that like wasn't on Shea Butter Baby, which is I think those are songs you're talking about.
And I think she had like 3 joints on the Dreamville project too.
Mm-hmm.
So she's still fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying like her time is up, but R&B game is different. Like I feel like the R&B
you could do that till you die.
Yeah, and you can make a mark. If you make your shit like in a good timeless way, it can live on for a little bit. You can get some features here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do your thing. So You know what I'm saying? Ari Lennox is one of my crushes. Even my girl know that.
And like her debut album was basically almost damn near immaculate. It was a great debut album. It's one of the best debut R&B albums I've heard in a very long time. She's definitely she carved out enough of a lane with her debut album that she can go dormant for a long time.
Yeah, and she's one of the main faces of R&B right now. And like I said, like, when you make a good album, it sticks.
Yeah, like she might she might be able to Lauryn Hill this and just have one album.
I really hope not.
She her debut album was that good.
I would like another one. I really hope not. But yeah, because like shoot, people still like you can still if you look at an R&B playlist, you still gonna see like Summer Walker's face on there. She didn't drop shit in a minute, but she's great. Her last album, immaculate.
Summer Walker is very good. She's very dumb, but she's very good.
Very good. I ain't seen her do no dumb shit in a minute, so I'll disagree with that for now. You know, since she had a baby, she's been chilling. I mean, hopefully she ain't feeding the baby that dumb shit that she was saying that she was gonna feed a child before she got pregnant.
Okay, Quan.
But I'm sure you know.
I'll leave it alone. Like I said, she's very dumb, but she's very good.
Color dumb. It's white.
Okay.
I mean, shout out to London on the track because like he produced a lot of her shit on that come through also. So you know, it's like her album, but it's his album too, and they both have a great sound together. That's why, like I don't like. I know you hate the gossipy shit, but I almost do get a little upset when they would like break up and be on and off because I'm just like, okay, I remember how the first tape is good, but it's nowhere near as good as the second one. So I'm like, if they break up, that means he ain't gonna produce for it no more. That means the music might suffer a little bit because they only getting better. Like even the little joints that she dropped like after that thing came out, the joint with her and Chris Brown. I'm surprised that shit didn't blow up. That was a good time song. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look that shit up. I guarantee you gonna like it.
I probably will because I like her music. But
yeah, and it's like more of an up tempo joint too, which is a little different for her. But yeah, and another one I'll put is Aaron Ray. I just randomly decided to listen to his shit. Still immaculate, still a great artist. He's one of the ones that are like a little less recognized.
That's true.
But I'll tell you what, that what was it? What was his name? That album, platinum something.
I don't know. Fire? Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Platinum Fire. I feel like there's no better name for a tape because like that shit is all the way fire. Like, amazing music, amazing R&B. 2 R&B artists. And just a quick name out there, Victoria Monet. I don't know if you know who that is.
I do.
But every time I hear something from her, it just sounds amazing.
Her album was good.
Yeah. Like Jaguar. Even shit before that. Like, Life After Love Part 2. I'm about to download the first one just because I keep on listening to more shit. And it's great no matter what time it came out. You know what I'm saying? And she got a new single that came out, I think, a few weeks ago called Coastin'. That shit is immaculate. That shit is a great song. And it's my kind of vibe because I'm a fan of niggas that know music. There's a drum bop that has, you know, Mary Jane Girls All Night Long, Mary J. Blige All Night Long, Group Theory Tell Me. That bop, the 90s bop, it's that same bop and it's amazing.
You talking about that it was the same one that we argued about in the car. You told me I was wrong, but I still believe.
Oh, that was Genevieve, who I almost wanted to mention, but I didn't want to.
I was talking about that.
I don't want to do too much.
Kenny Burke Rise to the Top.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes, it's like that. It's like that.
And you tell me that these niggas is different, but it sounds very similar to me.
They are different. They are different, but you know what? It's one nation under a groove. You feel me? So, fire music. Victoria Monet. Yo, y'all don't know who. If y'all like R&B, please tune in to Victoria Monet. I feel like I was telling my girl because my girl put me onto it. She's one of the artists right now where she writes for other people. So and she's writing for like some of your favorite artists. So she gets money, so she can make music that's high quality, even if it's not getting the numbers or whatever. But y'all appreciate her because one day she's gonna make something that clicks, and then the sound might change because there's gonna be label pressure and shit. But every time I hear a song from her, it's always immaculate. She makes great R&B, and when I say great R&B, not great R&B for this moment. Like I feel like great R&B that's gonna be like you can listen to some of her shit 10 years from now, and it's still gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that we like. Victoria Monet, Aaron Ray, Ari Lennox. You know what I mean? This might be the first time we've had like damn near strictly R&B artists of the week.
I think so.
Look at us maturing.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I like R&B.
I did say when we was gonna do 8 battles in a minute, you're gonna have me listening to R&B for a week straight, and I was just joking, but I guess it really did happen. All them fucking bars, nigga. We didn't want to listen to no more rap for a little bit. I want to take a break.
I really do have to take breaks from rap after when we watch a lot of battles.
Especially that week, I was listening to Griselda, so I was just extra rapidy rap. So yeah, let me get into some R&B for a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's another episode done.
That'll do it, donkey.
Yep. So Quan, now that we finished the episode and people like they think to themselves, you know what, this guy's pretty cool. I want to hear the dumb shit he says online. Where can they find this said dumb shit?
I respect how you gave me a compliment and then put my guard down just to insult me.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it. It was very crafty, very colorful. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Unlike your shirt. Anyway, you can find me at Saquan D, SAYQUAND, on Facebook, Twitter, IG. Mostly on IG, sometimes on Twitter. I'm never on Facebook. Don't even bother. I barely even say my birthday just passed, and I barely even like niggas saying happy birthday to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and you can also find me link in my bio, my BeatStars. I'm a producer at saquan.beatstars.com. If you need me to spell it, SAYQUAN.beatstars.
The link is in the description.
Link will be in the description. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money together. You know what I'm saying? I got all kind of beats. You know what I'm saying? You like ESTG? I got that. You know what I mean? Little tiny bit of Summer Walker type shit. You know what I mean? A little bit of drill shit. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. Whatever you're looking for, I'm pretty sure I got something. And if not, we can work on something. Holla at me.
That's cool. That's nice.
Buy some beats. Buy beats. Buy beats, nigga. Please.
All right, cool. And then if you want to find me when I'm not on DEG every Tuesday, or when I'm not at the Odd Fridays every other Friday, the 1st and the 3rd, sometimes the 5th, you can find me on my social medias, all my Twitters and my IG, everything is all the same, at Not Bloodbath. I'm gonna put it on the screen, so I don't gotta spell it. And then if you want to follow the show, keep up with the show's doing, if you want to recommend some shit for the show, you want to say something nice about the show, hit us up on the show's social medias. Those are all the same too, at Hold It Down Pod, IG, Twitter, you know, it's all the same. And that's gonna do it.
You know what I mean? Like I said, hop on him on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Talk to him, he talks back. You know what I mean? Talk to him about how his favorite artist is Christina Aguilera and shit. Feel me?
Hey, bro. She was a genie in the bottle. But hey.
Rub her the right way.
Yeah, we bottled up another great episode of our show. I want to thank y'all for tuning in.
That was a good segue. I ain't gonna hate on it. That was a good segue.
It is what it is, dog.
Sometimes you're good and I hate it. Sometimes you're good. I can't.
So yeah, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember, the South gonna hold it down.
Pip, pip, dilly do, niggas.